Hey guys, my name is Sarah and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new to this channel, please make it a point to subscribe. Click on the notification bell in order to get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, not forgetting, I would love to take this time out to say thank you to each and every one of you that always takes the time out to check out my videos. Guys, I appreciate you a million times. So first of all, you're going into a relationship with someone because you love this person. You don't go in because you know that this person is actually going to break your heart tomorrow. You don't go into the relationship with someone knowing that this person is actually going to turn into my worst nightmare. But you're going into this relationship because you love this person. You find this person to be amazing. You want to spend the rest of your life with this person. You envision a future with this person. You want to have children with this person. So everything seems amazing. I mean, on the other hand, you don't marry the person that you divorce tomorrow. You marry the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. A lot of people might not understand reasons as to why some people choose to stay in abusive and toxic relationships, but that's understandable. And it's simply because you don't relate to that situation. If you haven't been in a certain situation, you might never have the understanding of why the person chooses to stay. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the reasons as to why some people choose to stay in very toxic and very abusive relationships. Reason number one is actually believing that this person will actually change, or that this person will someday change. They see the good in the people that they are dating. But you also have to remember that, just because you're treating people right does not necessarily guarantee you the same treatment in return, So, I mean, oftentimes we hear people talk about how they gave their best into the relationship, but they didn't get the same treatment in return, which of course is not a fair thing. But at the end of the day, I say you shouldn't go into the relationship with expectations. You can hope for the best, Being optimistic about seeing the good in people is actually a very good thing. But this could put you in danger of being hurt over and over again because you live in denial of who someone truly is, Because for every bad decision they make, you actually believe that, well, it was a mistake and mistakes are part of life, So you believe that this person will actually make better decisions tomorrow, so you still choose to stay, to be in a very toxic relationship, which is actually not good for your mental health. It's not good for you as a person. It gets to the extent that people that care about you actually start telling you to leave the relationship. But because you're very optimistic about this person being a good person, you still choose to stay because you hope that tomorrow they might make better decisions. Reason number two is actually going to be believing that you are able to heal this person. One thing you have to understand is that the decision of healing is something that has to come from within the person that's feeling the pain. So they want to let this pain go. But if you go into the relationship because you believe you have the superpower to heal this person, then you might end up wasting so many years of your life with a person that's not maybe ready to heal, with a person that's not ready to let go of the pain that they carry from their past, So some people choose to stay in very toxic and abusive relationships because they were attracted to this person's past traumas. They were attracted to this person out of pity, They felt sorry for this person, and that's the reason why they proceeded to pursue this person. So at the end of the day, they are in this relationship because they believe that the only way that they can earn love is by, doing good things, So that they think that, if I'm able to heal this person, maybe this person is able to love me back in return, which actually isn't the case in most cases. Another reason as to why some people choose to stay in very toxic relationships is because of fear. First of all, fear is a stronghold that attracts negative circumstances into your life. So many people choose to stay in very toxic and very abusive relationships because of fear of, starting all over again from scratch, because of fear of losing the father of their children, because of fear of losing the mother of their children, because of fear of losing properties, because of fear of judgment from society, from friends, from the church, Guys, I want you to understand that whether you like it or not, people will always be there to judge you. That is one, Some people are so scared of you know, what will people think about me? You know, people will look at me like I'm a failure in marriage, you know. Another one is fear of divorce or fear of being ashamed. Some people think that divorce is actually a bad thing. They think it's a very shameful thing, you know. People care more about what people think from the outside than their own personal happiness. So people choose to stay in these very toxic and very abusive relationships because they are so scared. They are so afraid of what are people going to say? People are going to judge me. People are going to call me a failure in marriage. So they choose to stay. Another reason as to why some people choose to stay in very toxic relationships is because of, you know, the manipulation that they experience in the relationship. Some people manipulate their partners to the extent that their partners start feeling like, okay, this person actually has a point, you know. Some people have been manipulated to think that they can't make it on their own, that they are too ugly, that no one else can accept them. You know, people have been manipulated to the extent that they no longer have self-esteem. So they start believing that, okay, this person is actually the only person that's able to love me, you know. And these people that are very good at manipulating people are also very good at gaslighting people. Let me give you a tiny little example. You're in a relationship with someone and this person hits you, or this person beats you up, or they become aggressive towards you, and then later on they gaslight you to think that you are actually the reason as to why they hit you. You know, they hit you because you put them in that position where they had no choice but to hit you. So at some point, you start thinking about it, because I mean, this person manipulates you a lot. So you actually have no say, you have no voice. You believe them so much because what else do you know? You don't know any better. You actually don't believe that you're worth anything. You don't believe that anyone can love you, you know. So this person manipulates you. They make you feel like, okay, I might be the reason as to why he hit me, and he did it because he loves me. I gave him no choice, you know. And however much people from the outside tell you that, listen, you need to step out of this relationship, you don't do it. You don't, because you can't see things from a different perspective. You're used to your partner disrespecting you. You're used to your partner saying horrible things to you, being aggressive towards you. You choose to stay because, like, pain is nothing to you anymore, because you're used to all these things. So for you, it's okay. You think it's okay, but actually it's not okay. So you choose to stay in a relationship with someone that's actually very abusive towards you, because you're numb to the pain, you're numb to the horrible things that they say to you, you're numb to the disrespect that they treat you. And this is a very dangerous thing, because you build walls around yourself, and when you step out of this relationship, it could be a very toxic thing. It's not a very healthy relationship for you to be in. So you need to be very, very mindful of how people treat you. You should allow people to treat you the same way that they want you to treat them. Another reason as to why some people choose to stay in very toxic and very abusive relationships is childhood experiences. For example, guys, let me give you a tiny example. If as a child you grew up from an environment where you watched your dad disrespect your mom all the time, where you watched your dad turn your mom into a punching bag, you actually, I mean, if even in the society where you grow up from, you watch how, you know, women are being treated in this society, you know, you grow up to think that it's actually okay for my partner to disrespect me. You think that it's okay for them to hit you. You think that it's okay for them to turn you into a punching bag. And this is simply because you don't know any better. Another reason as to why some people stay or choose to stay in very toxic and abusive relationships is simply because of lack of financial independency. Like, this is a very, very common thing, especially in relationships where, for example, the women choose to be stay-home moms. The women don't want to go to work because they want to depend on the men for financial freedom. Guys, this is a very, very dangerous thing to do in a relationship, because at some point, when things are going the wrong way, you might want to step out of this relationship, but you don't have the means to. You don't have anything. Like, if you leave the relationship, how will you start all over again? What is your life like? You know, think about facts like, where will you go? How will you start? what will you give your children? How will you take care of your children, you know? So you choose to stay in this toxic relationship simply because this person is providing for you financially, because this person is putting food on the table. So actually, some women think that it's actually okay for the men to be aggressive towards them because the men are the ones that are providing financially, and this is a very, very bad thing, you know. But I mean, it's a reason why some people choose to stay in very abusive and very toxic relationships.